In this video, you'll learn about the standard code Arcanum deck, which cards and skills it includes, how to mulligan effectively, and which cards you can replace to make it stronger. Gameplay demonstration and move analysis will help you better understand its mechanics.
Let's take a peek at the deck. We've got Shadow Morph ×3, Toy Alchemist ×2, Sage. So all these things want us to be activating software. This wants us to activate software. This wants us to activate software. So basically, we have tons of things that want us to activate lots and lots of software, and then we have, hopefully, lots of software. Binary Blast, we can deal damage to things. Salute is just a cheap plug-and-play software, so we can pump our creatures. Got some card draw, Pretty Stars to deal damage. The Magus Charm and Greed used to be 3 mana, and this deck was not playable at 3 mana because can't really do multiple other spells and cast a 3 mana spell in the same turn without reducing costs of cards. Same with Magus Strike. That being said, even at 2 mana, it's still pretty hard to cast, like, you only have a handful of 1 mana spells. Okay, maybe you cast 2 and then cast a Greed or something. Still pretty weak overall, but it is better than before, so take it for a spin. We got Divination, Salute, Magus Greed, Bounty, but we have no creatures to sacrifice, so we're probably not going to keep Bounty. The Harvester is phenomenal late game. Once we've activated all these software, this will be a 3 mana, 6 whatever, but right now it's just a 0/4. And Magus Greed is just not that great either. You need to activate at least a couple cards, so again, late game. But then you have to save up all your spells. I think in order to make the starter deck better, you got to take the Magus Greeds out, you take the Magus Strikes out, you take the Magus Arms out. Anything with the word Magus in the title. Wait, that's not true. Any spell with the word Magus in the title. Okay. We can't do anything, so we'll just pass. We can technically... Gonna say, what we can do is Forgotten Memory, which gives us an extra mana, but then we would play our Sage. The cool thing about going second in this game is you get a spell where you gain 1 energy, and that counts for the Sage, so I definitely don't want to play the Sage on turn 1 when I would have to then waste this before getting my Sage on the board. Being said, we're still kind of awkward here. We can just go Toy Alchemist. Whenever you activate a software, give this +X power until end of turn. You can't swing with it, so I'm just going to pass, and then we'll play it on our opponents. Oh, let me just make, even though I already gave you the code, pick a winner, baby. Now it's official. Congratulations. Binary Swan is a very strong card. 3 mana, you get 2 bodies, both 3/2s. Can't block, though. And if one dies, they both die. They probably just play the Toy Alchemist here to block. We're trading a single 2 mana creature for 2 3/2s, because once one dies, they both die. We are eating 3 damage, though, so we did get a little bit of value. Alright, 3 mana, we can go Sage, Pump it. All my creatures in my hand have 0 power. Alright, what we can do here is swing. If he blocks, which he shouldn't, we could have killed his thing. We'll go ahead and pump it to a 1/5. He now eats 1 damage that he wouldn't have eaten. I want both of these. Salute's pretty bad. We don't have any damaged creatures. But yet another 0 attack creature. Okay. Alright, now with 4 mana, 5 with this. Probably make the greed work, but I do want to get the drainer online first. Let's go drainer. Ready for combat. Swing. Okay, if he blocks here, then that means a pretty stars is going to kill the 0. Because this will get +2. And then the pretty stars does 1. Okay. Also gives extractor for a turn, so we gain life. Okay, this is a big blocker that's pretty annoying. When this is witnessed 10 damage being dealt to allies in 1 turn, it transforms into an enraged overthrower, which is a 12/12 overflow. Very gross. Okay. Alright, so this is the one that when we activate software, we get to initialize free spirits. That being said, I think this might finally be the turn where we draw a bunch of cards. Still barely worth it. 1, 2, 3 cards. I think we wait one more turn. Slightly awkward attack. Don't really have much in the way of spells here that we actually want to cast. Alright, so this is a big body. Skull Pilot at the end of each turn deal 5 to this. So this thing dies pretty quick. It is very large, though. Good news is we'll only eat 8 damage from it, and then it's going to die. Alright, so now that his creature's off the board, we can finally cast 7 mana worth of spells here. Glitch's power is reduced by X, where X is all enemies' collective power. So we can easily pump that our creatures up, which pumps his down. Ooh, okay. That's kind of not good for him, because I'm going to reduce this to 0 in a second. Alright, so we want to do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just going to cast everything. Being said, he doesn't even have an attack now. 2 damage to a glitch X times. We go here. Kill that. And then we want to probably draw cards last. So we'll go ahead and heal our 3/1. Break him in the face for 4. Draw 5 cards is pretty sick. Okay. Not bad. They're just, what? Can't swing with that. What are you doing? Okay. Pretty much all of our Unplayed creatures become pretty bad now because we can't really cast more spells, but we did get a couple. That's an 8/4, so he's going to eat 8 at a minimum now. Yeah, that should just be lethal. Go ahead and cast Agus Strike for the lull. 1 extra damage, pumps everything. Smacking him in the face for an obscene amount. Let's go. I take it back. This deck is definitely stronger than it used to be. Opponent was playing a very, very slow deck, though.
Ready to begin your journey across the Deep Sky Network? Download the game on Steam or the Epic Store and join our Discord community where regular tournaments and various events await you. Links are in the description.